Hey everyone, and welcome back to your regularly scheduled daily Chucky content. So what is it that Chucky brings to this game that I think is going to start adding new life? And honestly, it's what I call the Lucio effect, and something I think the devs have taken notice of because of the past couple killers, and I hope to see it implemented a lot more. And that is the voice lines. I call this the Lucio effect because there is this thing in Overwatch. I know it's a strange topic to bring up in a Dead by Daylight video, but there's this thing in Overwatch where it's often stated that you can't really be upset when you're playing Lucio, which you can, don't get me wrong, you can. However, Lucio's voice lines are an inbuilt way for the game to kind of build morale. The voice lines in the game in general are a way to build morale. Some of the interactions make it so you can't really get mad at your teammates. People still do. I'm not saying they don't, but it helps slightly. Now, how does this correlate to Dead by Daylight? Well, Chucky in particular has so many voice lines and the laugh and all of these things that make it so you can't really be upset while you're playing him. There's something about chasing a survivor down, getting hit with a pallet, and hearing your killer go.
Oh, I'm really pissed now.
And then, like, how can you be upset? Like, you just got hit with the pallet. Or when you get stunned by a flashlight, sometimes he'll say,
I'm gonna break that flashlight over your freaking head.
and then what? Or just hearing him go, I know where you are, dipshit. Like stuff like it's so simple. And the reason I'm saying I think the devs took notice is because Singularity had voice lines, not to the same extent, but they're still there. Wesker had voice lines, and yes, I know that two of these are very licensed and iconic killers, but could you imagine if they do it with an original killer? My only fear would be that they add too many that it becomes annoying for the survivors and for the killer player to hear them over and over again. But Chucky has over 300 voice lines, which is insane to me. It's insanity. 300 different voice lines. Granted, some of them are just different variations of the same line, but still, he has enough where they don't get repeated to a point to where they become annoying. At least I hope they don't. They didn't on the PTB, at least in my opinion. So I think it's great, and I really do hope that we start seeing more killers that just talk. It not only does it make it so you don't feel as pressured while you're playing, and it brings some levity, it also makes it so, because killer is often a very lonely role to play, especially if you're not a content creator or streaming and you're just playing by yourself. It can feel very monotonous and tedious, especially when you can't really like get into a chase. Survivors are hiding a lot. But hearing those voice lines of just like, I can find you, or I see you, and things like that, I think brings a lot to the table, and I hope to see it more. Once again, the term the Lucio effect isn't like an official term or anything, but I do think it definitely applies to this game. Just hearing those voice lines is just enough to make me want to keep playing, keep chasing the survivors, and not feel as bad when I'm losing, because I'm laughing, I'm having a good time. Once again, it was a very smaller effect with Singularity and Wesker, but it was also still there. Or even Pinhead. I mean, how much did we fucking meme I Came? How much did we meme that for months? And we still do. Wesker with the disappointed thing, or, 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare. And Singularity just talking mad shit to the survivors the entire time. Like, little things like this, I wouldn't even count it as sound design, but little things like this I feel are necessary for the game to go forward. Another thing, and I'm going to bring this in here just because of the title of the video, but apparently Tiffany is having her own Mori, which makes sense. I can't see Tiffany doing what Chucky does with the hammer and whatnot. And this is a sign from Naughty Bear that we're getting different Moris with skins. Now, I wish the Moris weren't all correlated with skins, and I do hope they start to add Moris on their own that you can customize. I think a little bit of customization is always great. But I'm glad to see that we are getting more Moris into the game from different killers. I think it allows for a lot of expression on the killer's part. Now, we'll see where this goes as far as the voice lines, because I don't think there's a catch-all, and not every killer can fit with it thematically. And I do understand it. The game is supposed to be horror and a little bit more serious. We've been going in a goofy direction for a while now, and I think it's time for Dead by Daylight to just embrace it a little bit more. I hope the behavior devs do, because I would love to see more killers with a lot more voice lines like this. But in any case, if you don't agree or do agree, or you've never heard of the Lucio effect and you call it something else, or you don't actually like the voice lines, maybe you want to toggle. I've heard a couple people say that for Wesker, that they want to toggle. Just let me know. I always read all the comments. Everyone knows that. If you actually watch this far in the video, thank you. I've been getting some people giving me comments who, from what I can tell from the comment, didn't even watch 2 minutes into the video, which is fine. You have your prerogative. You're allowed to, but just give it a chance. Why not? In any case, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another Chucky video. Love you guys. Like, sub, all that junk and stuff. I'm also on Twitch 3 days a week. We're also doing a Toys for Tots charity on Chucky's release. I'm going to do a whole video on that soon. But love you guys, and bye.